Okay guys, so I've got a great video for you today. Today's subject is food and specifically a full day of eating whilst I'm on prep. Something a lot of you have asked for me to do to find out how I eat. So, without further ado, let's go shopping. Hello. Okay, so shopping's done. Here are all the ingredients that are going to make up today's meals. I'm going to go in order from the morning all the way through to the evening. I'm going to show you meal by meal. I'm going to show you how to prepare it. I'm going to tell you the reasons why I eat each meal and the macronutrient balance in each meal as well. It's going to be on the screen as we go through. So let's get started with meal number one, which is pre-fasted cardio. Let's check it out. So before I do my morning fasted cardio, I'll take 2 scoops of BCAA Power Punch Amino Acid Plus Blend and 15 ml of high strength L-carnitine to assist with fat burning. That'll be in around a pint of water. These are both lemon flavour, so mix up a nice drink. This is Cloudy Lemonade Aminos with sharp lemon L-carnitine. A great tasting drink at the beginning of the morning. Fantastic. Don't drink it like that though, mix it up. Okay, so the next meal after I do my fasted cardio, I'll come home and I have my breakfast. So I'm going to be having 80 grams of oats with ground almonds, blueberries, cocoa powder sweetener, and I take my creatine now as well, which might seem a bit weird, but it makes me remember to do it, and you can't taste it in there anyway. So first of all, you're going to get your oats in, use your scale. So let's get 80 grams here, that's good. Cover that in water just to the level of the oats, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes and then we'll be back. That's a super important ingredient as well because you're going to need your protein in your breakfast. So I'm using USM Blue Lab Whey, caramel chocolate, tastes divine. So we're going to pop that one in now, 1 scoop. Perfectly simple, 1 level scoop, boom, that goes in. Then 20 grams of ground almonds, so pop that in, 10, and be careful, you don't want to go over on this one because it's going to add a lot of calories real quick, and 20, good. Now just for taste, I like to add 5 grams of cocoa powder, which is roughly a teaspoon or half tablespoon, or I can have a bit more, there you go. And finally, sweetener, I love it sweet. To be fair, the USN whey is pretty sweet anyway, but I just add that little bit on. And finally, gonna have my 5 grams of creatine, don't forget, I nearly did. There we go, bang. And I'm not gonna let you watch me stir it because I'll probably get it everywhere, but we'll see it when it's done. Now we're gonna add these blueberries, good antioxidants in there. We've got essential fats from the ground almonds I added in. I just tend to add about 50 grams of blueberries, 45 and 50, perfect. So that is my breakfast. Okay, so side note, before I actually train, I will take a pre-workout, which is represented in the video by this monster. I do take a branded pre-workout, I'm not going to tell you what it is. Okay, so the next meal is diced chicken breast, which I bought pre-diced because I'm super lazy. 125 grams of white basmati rice. There's 250 grams of one of these packs. Microwave it for 2 minutes. What I'm going to do is open it up, weigh out 125 grams, so exactly half, and I'm going to cook it with my chicken. And then mixed salads. So usually I buy sweet and crunchy salad from Tesco's. They're actually out of stock this time, so I'm going to make my own by using this coleslaw mix and iceberg lettuce. So super low calorie but high volume. So I'll show you how to prepare it with some, at the moment, I'm liking this steak seasoning because it's mostly black pepper, dried onion and mustard, which is very low calorie, but I will use whatever flavour takes my fancy. I'm not fussy about seasonings. I'm not worried about sodium levels because sodium is useful. So this is a fajita one, which is good as well. And what I'll top it off with is some peri sauce, which is super low calorie. Give you an idea of the macros on here. It's 8 calories per serving, like less than 1 gram of anything, and it's the same with the lighter than light mayo. So you have to enjoy your food, so pick flavours that you enjoy, and let's get this cooked. Okay, so chicken's in the oven cooking. I like to do it in the oven because obviously you don't have to use oil then, whereas you would have to if you're using a frying pan. So that's that. So now what I'm going to do is my like secret weapon for cravings, right? Because I love McDonald's, yeah? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix up my salad and I'm going to microwave my salad for 1.5 to 2 minutes. It wilts it slightly and it starts to smell a little bit like a McDonald's chicken burger, which makes me feel like I'm eating something a little bit naughty, even though I'm not. So trick of the day, microwave your lettuce. Stupid, I know, but it helps me get through. So I'm going to do that now and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so chicken's done. Rice has been microwaved for 2 minutes as well. I'm going to add some Himalayan salt, add a few shakes of that to each meal. And just because I love pepper, we'll be adding some black pepper too on top, so well seasoned. Then a little squirt of lighter than light. I've got used to it now, but if you want to weigh it at the beginning, it's roughly 15 grams a serving. And this is 20 grams a serving. Like I say, it's only 8 calories. That's your Nando's sauce. I've gone for extra mild. Just drizzle that over the top. Let's have a look at it.
Hey, welcome to my kitchen.
This is my kitchen. Oh! Take 2. So, I've got another 150 grams of chicken. I don't know if I mentioned that in the last meal, but it was 150 grams. What I do to save having to weigh it, you didn't see me weigh it, is because I buy it in 300 gram packs and split it in 2. This salad I'm going to microwave again, and I have already weighed out 300 grams of mixed vegetables, which I'm just going to microwave as well because I'm lazy and it's convenient. So I'll show you what it looks like in a sec. As you can see, guys, this meal offers a huge amount of volume for very low calories. Obviously, I'll pop the macros on the screen so you can see as well. Again, like we said, 150 grams of chicken. I'm going to pop on some Himalayan salt for some flavour. I'm also going to be using some cracked black pepper. I have pre-seasoned the chicken a bit as well, so there is a lot of flavour in there. And then I'm going to use the trusty old favourite Frank's hot sauce to add a bit of tang to the meal for pretty much no calories, which is great. Okay, the next meal on the plan is getting into evening time now. It's going to be my second to last meal of the day, so we're going to start incorporating a little bit of fats. Again, it's going to be pretty low carb. So we've got 5% lean beef mince, 2 salad tomatoes, 100 grams of asparagus tips, 300 grams of closed cut mushrooms, and 80 grams of red. So what are you going to do? First of all, add your mince to the pan. You don't want it in one big block, so just grind it down a little bit. Make sure it's a bit more malleable. That's it. Once you've done that, make sure it's all in there. Then we're going to go with your mushrooms. I've broken them down already a bit, just to help them cook a bit quicker. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just break it with your hand if you have to. Okay, then we're going to go in with the asparagus. Same thing, just break it into smaller bits. Rough. If you want to dice it with a knife, you can. Pre-weighed out 80 grams of the onions. Just pop those in as well. Make sure you get it all in, because you're going to be hungry. You're going to want all those calories, guys, when you're dieting. And last but not least, I've diced the tomatoes and they're in. So that's all your ingredients in. You can add a bed of salad to this if you want as well in place of rice. I think that's enough for me. I'm going to season it as well with some Jamaican jerk seasoning. So we'll just bang that in, and a bit of salt and pepper as well. Let's check out what it looks like. Guys, important thing to note, because you're cooking without oil, I recommend that you keep stirring the mixture, or at least cover it to keep the moisture in there. I'm going to add some mustard and some no sugar ketchup to this mix to get some moisture in there, and really because I like the taste. If you've done a good job, which I'm sure you all have, you'll have a beautiful plate of food like this. Nice and moist, high protein, low carb, great meal towards the end of the day. Hello boy, little dog's going beneath my feet. So give that a go. Macros are on the screen as usual. You can see for that huge plate of food, that's pretty low calorie. So it's going to keep you nice and full, feeling good, and taste pretty decent as well. Alright guys, so my pre-bed meal I look forward to throughout the whole day. It's so good. I recommend you try this, it's amazing. So you've got phage or farge, I don't know how you say it, 0% fat, Greek yogurt, 250 grams of that. Then we're going to add 100 grams of frozen berries. Now 100 grams of frozen berries is only 46 calories because a lot of the mass is in the frozen water there. Then 20 grams of flaked almonds adds a nice bit of texture. You can use ground if you want, but I prefer to mix it up and use flaked in the evening. 5 grams of cocoa powder, optional really, because we are going to be using My Protein flavour drops. I've got white chocolate here. You add enough of these, they're pretty much 0 calorie, and you're going to have a gorgeous white chocolate and summer berry medley. If you want to make it a little bit sweeter, which I do, you can add a stevia sweetener, granulated sweetener, the same that we used at the breakfast. I do recommend doing that because it makes the taste so good. So let's mix it all up and have a look what it looks like so you can drool through the screen. So good. Try it. Trust me. Okay guys, so that's my pre-bedtime snack. Not only is it absolutely delicious, the macros are awesome as well. So check them out, they're on the screen. It's also pretty low calorie for a pretty decent amount of volume. As you can see, it's pretty thick staying there in the bowl. I've got one more thing to show you actually, which is an optional little snack I like to throw in sometimes. Which is a snack that I like to throw in throughout the day if I am feeling hungry. It tops up my macros for the day as well quite nicely, so let me show you that. It's very simple, but let's get it out of the way. Okay, so the snack I like to have throughout the day is quite calorie dense because I'm using peanut butter, but I make sure I use one that's 100% peanuts. To add a little bit of flavour, I'm using 0 calorie fruit spread from My Protein, so I highly recommend that if you like a bit of flavour. Makes it less dry. This is a strawberry one, so really good. And then 2 rice cakes. So I'm sure you can imagine, but I'll show you what it looks like anyway, and the macros will be on the screen now. So there you have it guys, this is a full day of eating on my prep. This is what I'm currently having 2 weeks out. This is what I will consume in a day. As you can see, there's an extra monster on there. There's actually 2 because I'll have a pre-workout drink, which might be a monster, it might be a pre-workout supplement. And then I'll probably top up my caffeine levels through the day by having another energy drink of some description. Also, we've got the big gallon jug here. I'll drink 3 of these in a day, so I'll always have that with me to make sure I'm hydrated and drinking enough water. So we're at 7 litres of water at 2 weeks out. All of this food comes in at a total of under 2,300 calories, to give you an idea. Macros for the full day will be on the screen now, somewhere around me. So check that out. So high protein, fairly low carb and moderate fats. It goes to show that you can eat nice tasting food and a good quantity throughout the day, even when you're on prep. You don't have to starve yourself. Although at this stage, you probably will be feeling a little bit starving if you're 2 weeks out. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you did. Please subscribe. I've got more videos coming soon. And leave a comment if you enjoyed the amount of effort I put into having all this food in front of me and not eating a morsel of it until I was done so I could show it to you guys. And I'll see you in the next video. See you later.